Hello, hello, hello.
Hi. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
To have you here.
Oh.
Hello, hello. Hey, Laurel. Hi, Sue. You guys are always so quick. Hi, Cheryl. Hello, hello. We have, so where's my mouse? There it is. So you guys know the deal. As I'm popping your names up right here on the screen, that's our way of saying hello to you. And we have our, I swear you guys are amazing. As soon as we hit the live button, you guys pop right on in here. So hi, Amanda. Hi, Cindy. Hello, Mary Sharkey. Hi, Jermaine.
Oh, there's Jermaine.
Yes. Hello, Laveda. Hi, Becky and Connie. Hello, Tina Roy. Welcome, everybody. Is that Mitzi? Yep, Mitzi. Hello, Mitzi. Hello, Linda. Hi, Matt. There's our Lindy Tater Buggin. Hi, Carol Frost. So welcome everybody to Decoupage Queen's Creative Hour. My name is Teri Lightsey. And for the first time, we are welcoming our new friend, Lisa from Craft Therapy with Lisa Ahmad. So welcome.
Thank you. It's awesome to be here. I will say I am a little bit nervous, but
I told her, you guys are amazing and we're going to welcome her. I told her that I don't know if a lot of folks know that when I invite somebody on Creative Hour, I actually do my research and I actually watch the person for a little while before I invite them here. And I invite them because of who they are. And I love Lisa. So we want Lisa to create with us and be herself. And so she was like, okay, then I'm just going to let loose and be myself.
Yeah,
like,
you asked for it. Be careful what you ask for, right?
Uh-oh. No, but everybody is going to love you, I'm sure. And the really exciting thing, y'all, is Lisa actually is coming in at the perfect time because you guys know on Thursday, Decoupage Queen did its fall 2025 reveal. And so I was able to get Lisa some of those papers. So she's going to be creating with some of those amazing things today. So hello, Teresa Cherry. Hello, Mary Sharkey. I already said hello to you. Hello, Helen and Ruth. Thank you so very much. So really quickly, let's get a couple of things out of the way. As you see, I'm going to put a ticker down here at the bottom. At the end of Creative Hour, Decoupage Queen gives a goodie bag away full of Decoupage Queen rice papers. All you need to do is make sure you're following Craft Therapy by Lisa Ahmad. And also make sure you're following Decoupage Queen. In just a few seconds, you're going to see the links to both of those pages. I need you, number one, to double check that you're still following Decoupage Queen. And number two, if you're not following Craft Therapy with Lisa Ahmad, this is your opportunity to do so. But before you do and say that, yep, just put me on the wheel, I need you guys to verify. I tell you the easiest way for you to do that is just tap on your screen. And down here by the comment bar, you will see it will say following or follow. If it says following, you're good to go. Head over to the other page. Hit the screen. If it says following, good to go. Then let me know to put your name on the wheel. If it says follow, unfortunately, something has happened and you've been unfollowed for some reason. So you need to re-hit that follow button, okay? Also, those of you who, if it's your first time, as well as Lisa's first time being on Creative Hour, she probably looks a little different to you. If you're wondering why the screen is so little, it's because here on Creative Hour, we ask our creators to turn their device landscape. So in order for the picture to fill up your screen, you're going to either need to turn your device, or that's why she's little, But as I always say, it's just for today. When you see her back on just her channel without me, the voice of Oz in the background, then she'll be back to being portrait. So I think I'm ready. If you're
I'm ready.
turn it over to you.
All right. I'm going to show them these papers. And if you want to tell them, do you want to tell them the name and stuff about this? This is Dark Secret 4-pack. And I absolutely love Gothic and love Halloween. I'm not so much into gore and stuff like that, but I absolutely love all things Halloween. And so she sent me these because she asked what I liked. And I said, I love Gothic. And so she's like, I know what I'm sending. And so look at these. These are awesome. They are called Dark Secret 4-pack. And these, I was told by Teri that these are oil paintings by Teresa Renee Art. I didn't have any idea of that. They don't use AI or anything.
No.
This is just raw human talent. And so we're going to be using this. And she sent me what do you call it? Rice paper, but I made a couple copies on my printer just so I would have in case I need. But here's a full sheet of the pretty design. There's actually two designs in this, like the small one. This one's called Spellbinder, and that's a blown up version of this bottom one right here, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. And then there are other ones. Of course, there is this striped one that's called Brown Stripes. And of course, they all match perfectly. So I've got that. And then this one is super cool. This is called Old Masters Vanitas 4-pack. And it has the Scullys and the books and the violin and all of that. And I just really, really love this one too. But I think mostly, if not all, will be done with these. So she also sent me this box, and this one is a book box, right? I don't know if is this what size one is this?
So I sent you the Snip Art book box, and it is the larger one of all of them that are there. I can get them. I have the actual number here. I will put it in the comments for you all.
Yeah. And let me just tell you, I can't put things together worth anything, but I did it. It was easy. It was really super easy to put it together. So if you see these in the shop and you're like, I don't know how to put things together too well, don't like worry about it. If I could put this together in like 10 minutes, then you can too. And I used the glue that you sent, and I really love this glue. It's Pen Art Express glue.
Yes.
And it really holds tight and does well. And it has this awesome nozzle on it. Like, I like how it closes up and like the whole body is encased up in there so that you don't have like a bunch of glop coming out. It's not going to do that because it has like a little inner thing to hold the nozzle, which is awesome. But it goes in the little small spaces, and it dries totally clear because I put it together and then I put the glue like along the edges in here and on the sides and everywhere. Like I put just to make sure, and it dried perfectly 100% clear. So that was really awesome too. Okay, so I am going to start by painting, or faux painting, if you will. I'm going to turn you down so you can see my stuff. I'm going to use, this is some just black. It's a kind of a black. It's called licorice paint. I'm going to put that right here. And because I don't want to have like a whole lot of paint with a paintbrush, if I don't have to, I am going to stain this with a baby wipe. And so that's how we're going to get our colors on here. And how many of you guys love Gothic kind of things? I like them because like when I first saw this picture on the paper, my brain started like thinking up stories about this woman, right? And I like to do paper crafting too. I like to make journals and all of that. And I do believe that this would make an amazing journal too. I was kind of tied, as what I'm going to make. am I going to make a journal? What am I going to do? Because you had some really great little notebooks and stuff in your shop. And I thought, am I going to make a journal? Because I could use these papers in a journal and come up with my own little story to go along with the paintings and all of that. But then I saw this, and I know I saw Lindy make things with this snippets box, and I've always like wanted one. And so that's why I thought I might do this, because I think that that would be fun. Not only could you hold your journals in here, but you can hold a lot of different things. This could be a fun thing to do with kids too, because I know that like my son, he always collected little things, and he always liked uh, things like pirate treasure chest kind of things and stuff like that. And this could be a really cool little thing for a young person to keep all their goodies in, their, you know, their treasures.
It would be. Yeah, I know Lindy loves making these.
She
It may,
does. And
she's done some really cool ones. The clock. Do you remember the clock that she
oh
did?
golly,
Oh,
yes. Yes. I had a hard time picking because I liked way too many way too many things. I'm like, I better do a good job. So she asked me back because there's so many things to explore with all the good things in your shop. And the ribbons that, well, which I'll show here in a little bit, the ribbons that you sent were quite luscious, and I love that. And the colors were great. So there's all kinds of stuff if you're a beginner and you need um, some starting point. You're going to find something that you're going to like in there. And you even have kits.
yes, I do.
So, yeah. So I like, sometimes it's nice if you just want to play and not have to gather too much. You can get yourself a nice kit, and that gives you a starting place. And that can be fun too, to see what you can do to add your touch to one of the kits. But anyway, I don't
So
know. I just thought this was fun.
Cindy is saying that's a cool trick to paint or stain with the baby wipe.
Yeah, it really is quick and easy, and you will get a little bit on your fingers, but who cares? But look, like I want it to have that kind of rusticy look, and so I can come back in and add more, or take some away by pushing with a clean wipe. I could take it back a bit, but I really enjoy doing it this way because it's very quick. I have arthritis really bad lately. These last couple of days, it's been truly crippling. And so like any time that I can do something like this, I don't have to hold that brush, and that my hand will get
Oh,
locked
yes.
sometimes, and
Gotcha.
it's not so much fun. But like if I can do this, anybody can do this. And then, when you're doing art, making art, you want to do it in easy ways that don't frustrate you. And I think that it makes the process that much more enjoyable when you're just playing. I mean, anybody can do this.
Yes.
This is so super beginner friendly. Everything I'm doing today is so beginner friendly, and I like that because like our main goal, I think, well, I know my main goal is to connect with people through art, but also to inspire people to say, you know what, I think I could do that. And even people that have never made crafts or art or whatever you want to call what we make before, we want to inspire you to say, you know what, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to get a box and play, you know? And that's what it's about, the playing and having fun. And so that's why I try to keep everything I do pretty simple.
So we have a ton of people saying hello. Stephanie is saying hello to you.
Oh, there's my
Jamie
Steffi.
Nippon is saying hello to you.
That's
I
awesome.
have a bunch of you following Lisa, so absolutely amazing.
I thank you for that. I really do. I've taken, sometimes, Teri, we have to take a bit of time for our mental well-being when things get a little bit overwhelming. We all have our issues. And so like I took some time this summer to do just that, to spend with my husband and to spend time in the sun before the fall comes and take some time for myself. So, but I will be back on my page more regularly here starting in September. But, you know, I think
I think that's very, very important,
it
Lisa.
is. And to
You
give
know,
yourself the grace to be able to do that when you're worried that your page will have a
yeah,
problem.
yeah. Well, I did lives every single day for probably almost 2.5 years. And when I say every single day, I mean, Monday through Sunday, every single day. And then a couple months ago, I finally said, you know what? For my own mental well-being, I
Yes.
need to take a Sunday off, because although I really do feel that when I'm on crafting, I feel like that's my time, because it has helped me in so many areas. I was diagnosed with breast cancer years ago, and crafting helped me. But like you said, like sometimes you just need to walk away from the social media part of it and
Yes.
just be like, you know what? Let me enjoy my husband, my family, my
Yes.
friends, Yeah.
Exactly. And my husband was diagnosed 2 years ago with leukemia, so and it doesn't have a cure.
Mhm.
It's maintained, it's maintainable, but like I want to never look back and say, man, I don't think I just want to make sure that I'm doing everything that I want to do, that if he says, "Hey, you want to go do this?" Yes. My answer is always going to be yes. Because that's what's
Love
most
that.
important,
Yeah, I love
And
that.
yeah. All right. So I like this. We're going to put some of this, I think. I think this is going here. Or is it going to be simplified? And I do this because I'm going to put, I should get my little, I'm like a mad scientist. I was a science teacher years ago. So
Were
that
you really?
that mad scientist thing never quite goes away. But I got this. This is a little snip art frame, and I don't know which one, if it says. It does not, but I'm sure you'll
Yeah,
link
I
it.
have that number as well. Yes.
Okay, but I want to put this on here. So this is going to be like on here with one of my girls on the front. And I don't know, it looks quite lovely just like this. So I'm trying to think. I don't want to overpower it. Like my nails look terrible, so don't be looking at that. That's all that paint. But I don't know. Do you like it better with something under it, or do you like it better? I mean, that is pretty plain in a way. It could kind of be a neutral, wouldn't you think? Should I put this down, do you think, Terry? Or do you like it like this?
Well,
Boring?
I like it with the paper down, but that's,
Okay.
what do you guys think?
I mean, I like this, of course. It's like a
Oh,
brocade.
yes, that's pretty
That's
too. Oh my
okay.
goodness.
All right, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take some of this off of here. I'm gonna use my paintbrush, and I'm going to come and I'm going to take off these edges because I like it to have that torn look. So we're just going to tear this away. I silenced my phone, but now my iPad's going to be starting to make some noises, huh?
That's okay. Whenever you're live, and especially when, you don't want something to happen, it always happens.
I know. It always does.
It's gotta be that way. It's just gotta.
I agree. It truly
Just
does
like,
happen like that.
it's your first time on, and I want things to go right for you, and you start talking and my dogs start barking. I'm like, oh my Lord.
Maybe I'm speaking their language. One never knows. I have two crazy cats, let me just tell you. Ooh, boyardee, they're crazy. I made sure that I gave Sophia treats and played with her for a bit before I came on, or else she'd be here wanting her head scratched and throwing one of her little tantrums that she likes to do. So I'm plucking this basically so I can have that fuzzy edge. And then I'm going to see where I want to come on here because I don't want to come all the way. Like I think I want to bring it like in just a tiny bit. Okay, so I'm going to come about right here. See if I can make a light mark. Okay. And I'm going to just bring my water. I could be using a water brush, but I have my brush and water, so either way. But I'm going to pluck this away. An hour goes quick, so I got to make sure I'm being cognizant of time. So if you see me astray and get me back on task.
Oh, I guess I should have mentioned that to you. It is called Creative Hour, Lisa, but I don't rush any of our creators. So
okay.
It's not like a regular event where it's like you got someone right after you. So,
okay. So
I'm
if I
never
need
going
an extra 5 minutes, it's
yeah,
okay.
I'm not going to in the live stream on you or anything.
You're not going to push the button.
Your
pull out
hour's
the hook.
up, Lisa. That's it. You're
That's
out
it.
of here.
Time to go. All right, let me get this going. And
Lindy says this is one of her favorites. I know Lindy's probably like, oh, I need that box. I need that box.
I know. I've watched her enough make these things, so now she's got to sit back and watch mine.
I know. She says that she was having some internet issues, but she said she switched pages now, and then she says, "Love you both." Love you too, Lindy.
She's okay, right?
She's all right.
We'll keep her around another couple weeks.
There's a story about one of the first couple of interactions I'd had with Lindy. I yelled at her.
Well, sometimes she needs it.
So, and I told Lindy, I said, I think that will probably, scorn me for life that I yelled at Tater Buggin.
Oh, that's all right. I have been business partners with her in our Art Wellness Collaborative that we have. And we've gone live together several times. And man, if she could put up with me, she could put up with anybody because, she likes to make small stuff. You know how she likes to make small stuff. And I have bumble fingers. My fingers don't want to make small stuff. And so she's trying to teach me to make hidden paper clips and stuff like that. And I'm losing my mind. It was crazy. All right. I'm using this Decoupage varnish, and it is right here. Nice little pot of that. And I'm going to just lay it on. And
Jennifer Crawford, do the prints come in digital form as well? No, they do not. Our papers are especially imported from Italy. Our rice papers are of the highest quality.
Yeah,
and awesome. I will tell you, and I will stand behind it, even if I didn't work for Decoupage Queen. Our rice papers are probably the best rice papers out there. That there's just something about them. But yeah, no, they do not come in digital prints.
They're amazing. I'll just tell you that. Maybe I shouldn't have made a copy of it. Should I have done that? You could tell me now.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. Then
I won't. Lisa.
I won't use them.
It's it's the learning curve, right? We all don't know unless
I was afraid I'd screw up.
Hey, I get that. No, I understand. And you know what? That is actually something I didn't think about. And as a crafter, I should have known better. I should have sent you more than just one of each because I would have freaked out if I would have only received one of each. So that's my bad. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I just didn't want to. I'm a people pleaser at heart. And so there's this so far. And so I want to make this as best as I possibly can. And so I freak out a bit, it's all right. Okay. So I'm going to put this, and then this of course is going on top. So I'm thinking what colors, because you're going to see some of that, of course. And I'm going to cover this just so I don't pull a Lisa and knock the whole pot over. I like that it's not runny.
Yeah.
That was
Decoupage. That is my go-to decoupage varnish and glue matte. That's my go-to. I love that one. Yeah.
I can see why. I've used the other stuff that's a little bit runny, and it's oftentimes does not have the result that I'm hoping for.
Mm-hmm.
And but this was great. Okay, so I'm going to put this one over top of this one. So I'm thinking I'm going to use two different colors, I think.
So Ruth Noble says, Lisa, you're doing a really great job. Keep it up, girl. You got this.
Ruth is one of those people that God brings into your life. You know what I mean? Those quiet, kind, people that reach out to you here and there when you need it the most. And I don't even know how she knows when I need her to send me a message. But like she sent me one the other day, and I'm just blessed. I've got a lot of wonderful people in my life, and crafting I think does so many great things, right? I mean, it's about making beautiful things, well, or creepy things, or whatever kind of things that you want to get out of your system and put into the world. But it's, I think so much of it is that connection that you get, and like with people that I would have never met Ruth if I hadn't had a craft page, or
Right.
so many people like her, you know.
Isn't that amazing
It
how
is.
social media is both good and unfortunately bad, right?
Right.
But we have really gotten to meet, well, and not even meet, just know some really amazing people.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you ever do this. I'm sure you do, but there's sometimes where I'm like, oh, I just know I don't want to go live today. I don't want to go live today. I don't feel. But then I tell myself, you know what? Once you get on and you start talking to all of your friends,
you're
gonna
so
feel
much
better.
better.
Yes. And I have come on and anxiety ridden, and I tell them like, y'all, I have a real bad bout of anxiety today. And the next thing you know, I'm like, I feel wonderful. You guys are the best.
Right. That's why I kind of named my page Craft Therapy, because it is just that. For me, it really is. I need these. I need the people. I hope the people need me that I connect with, but I need them just as much. And I think it's just a wonderful back and forth with that. You know.
Yeah. Exactly.
We lean into our people, don't we?
Oh,
I'm going to put that on top of there.
Yes.
Okay, so that is going to be right there. But
right, Sandy, she says, love those colors.
Thank you. It's all basically handed to you right here, right? Okay, so now I'm going to pull out the girls, right? Now, I like both of them. Did I get wet? Okay, I got wet on that. Water on that. I got wet on that. Okay, so I need to decide.
Jamie Niven says, you should get your little Halloween treats from me Monday, but I think it went to your shop.
Girl. Jamie is my sassy girlfriend. You know, y'all, everybody needs a sassy girlfriend.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and she is that, and she keeps me laughing all the time. She's just a wonderful human being, and she always sends me stuff. She's awesome. But you always have to be like, take that with a little grain of salt, because you have no idea what is in that package.
Okay. Linda, my name is Teri Lightsey. I'm from Decoupage Queen. Lisa is on Decoupage Queen's Creative Hour today, and so I am hosting her. I am the voice of Oz in the background.
Okay, I think I'm going to use this girl at the bottom. Do you know what she's called?
She is called the Temptress.
Ooh, of course I'd use her, right? Okay, I am, for this piece, going to just break the rules and use this one, only because I'll explain why in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to get my pen out, and I'm going to find where I want her. I love her little apple that she's tempting with, but
that's what, when Teresa was showing these, I said, you know what? It's like she was the wolf, you know, Little Red Riding Hood. Like, she's the wolf. Like, he's taken over, or she, I don't know. Like, I can't remember what Teresa said. Like, you know, the wolf morphed into her or whatever. But I was like, yeah, she looks like, you know.
No wonder I'm so in love with it, because Little Red Riding Hood is like one of my absolute favorites. My father would read it to me. I used to have this little record player when I was little. I don't know if you, I'm probably older than you, but there was these little record players that we used to have that, like, you'd open them and they would play, and you close them and they'd stop.
Yes, I had one of those. I don't know. I'll be 51 this year. I'm not.
Well, I got 9 years on you, but
okay.
I used to have this song that was, "Hey there, little."
Oh my gosh! Yes.
I would play that song until my parents were crazy. I loved that. And I would howl, you know, because it goes, oh, and I would howl and do all the things. And, you know, so I love Red Riding Hood. So that's what this probably reminded me of. But I'm going to put this down. But I have to think for a minute because I have to put
Robin.
this.
And then we
Thank
have
you.
Linda Sue Brown says, Terry, I love this on Saturdays. So fun. Linda, I love Saturdays because, like Lisa, I get to meet new creators. I get to watch them do their thing. We learn so much. So every Saturday we have a different creator on Creative Hour. So we are here every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And every Saturday is somebody different that shows us their tips and tricks. And it's the best. I tell you, it's so fun.
I'm just blessed to be here. So, all right, I'm putting down this little picture with the decoupage cream, whatever you call this. Decoupage varnish glue.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm putting this. It's creamy and it's so good.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Yeah, I really, I will definitely need a bigger package of that. But
yeah, I have it in a 230 mil.
Yeah, it's great. I think I love how it sticks. All right, so I'm going to dry this. And then I'm going to pull out one of my little things that I like to play with. Okay, so is it pretty much dry?
Sandy says that is such a great idea, using a baby wipe instead of a paintbrush. Who likes cleaning paintbrushes?
And I see so many people using those little makeup brushes. What do you call them?
Yes.
Sponges. And I have nothing against that, but I am a person that cannot put things into the trash. I have to think about it. You know, I'm weird like that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So for me, it's I could use a baby wipe and not throw that rubbery thing that I know is not going to break down in a million years. And so I like that. That's why I do it. Okay. So now what I have is, I'm going to see if I can find something on my desk. Aha. Okay. So that you can kind of see it. Wait a minute. Okay. There we go. There you go. All right. So I've put this down as basically a template, right? Basically a template. And I'm going to take out my pixie dough. You can use whatever you have. I have pixie dough. Clay, right? This is an air dry. It's not a paper clay. It's like a marshmallowy clay that we have as crafters. You can use whatever you have. Always remember to close your clay package completely because it's air dry, which means air is your enemy, right? It's going to make it hard. So anywho, what we're going to do is we're going to put this onto here. So I'm going to get a little bit more of my decoupage medium here.
Yes, Tammy, you absolutely could do it on seashells. You could you could use a decoupage varnishing glue matte on seashells. Goodness gracious, say that.
It's not as
say it 5 times fast.
I know, right? I'd be afraid I'd say something I shouldn't.
I know.
I like that it's not over. I mean, I don't know how to say it. It's not overly wet. Does that make sense?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I like that part. And I will definitely be using this. Okay. So
Lisa,
see what I'm doing.
Are you about to do what I think you're going to do?
I think I am, Teri.
I am in love with this.
So I'm kind of going to make it a little dimensional.
Yes. Now we know why because she was like, I'm going to break the rules. I'm like, no, I got you now.
I just had to have something to put down there to guide me. This is my template to where to put my pixie dough, or what you could use other brands of dough. I personally would not use a paper clay for this. I would use one of these more fluffy clays because sometimes air dry clay, when it dries, it can crackle and stuff, but this is always going to be just like you put it down. Like it's not going to have a bunch of crackles and stuff, and it
Right,
won't get
gotcha.
loose under there. So whatever brand you choose to use in this kind of puffy marshmallowy clay, this I think is 100% better for this application. I'm not
Hi,
hating on
Lynn.
any project, any kind of products. But
No, we always say use what you have. Use what you have.
yeah, yeah.
Hello, Lynn. So I have seen a couple of our retailers in our comments. Please know that the release Decoupage Queen gives our retailers an exclusivity and for the first week. So you are
Oh,
not
how
going to
awesome.
find these papers on Decoupage Queen or TH Decor for the first week. So you do have to go to your favorite retailer.
Oh, that's
And I
nice.
do see that we have Robin Songs and Ellen J Goods in the comments. So they have
Those
these
I love.
papers.
I've taken
Yes.
classes from Ellen
Oh,
J Goods.
isn't Lynn?
Lynn.
I
Yeah,
love
Lynn is her name.
Lynn. I
She's
love her.
fabulous. She's a craft goddess.
Uh-huh. Yes.
She's an artist. All right. And her daughter, I think, is funny too. I like her.
So
now I'm coming back.
I don't know if you know this or not, but her daughter and her son-in-law are the new owners of Decoupage Queen.
I had no idea. Yeah. I met her daughter through live
Megan, yeah, she's
her
great.
classes. Yeah, she's funny as can be, man. I like her.
I love talking to her. She's great.
Sassy. I love sassy people. That's the best kind, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to tear out this.
Missy Meha says, Lisa is so brave. She gives me confidence to try crazy stuff too. LOL.
Yay. That's what I encourage my fellow crazy ladies. All right, so we got that. I'm going to just come in and I'm going to use, do I have my friction in here? I put a ribbon on it so I could find it.
So we like Megan sass, but Lynn says, except when she sasses her mom.
Well, that's different, of course. She should never do that.
Oh, that's true. So next week, for the first time in 3 years that I have been hosting Creative Hour, next Saturday, I will actually be the creative and Megan will be hosting me.
Oh my goodness, that's going to be something to watch.
That's going to be hilarious because the first question Megan asked me was, wait a minute, do I have to come on camera? And I said, yes. And she was like, oh.
She probably will give you a good drink recipe so that you can have something to enjoy while you're crafting. That's how they do during some of their classes that I've taken, journaling classes.
I would love to. I've got to put it on my list to go to take a class from Lynn.
Yeah, they're fun. I enjoy them. I do it for me. You know,
Yes.
Sometimes you got to do something just for you.
Yes.
So, I have my people that I enjoy watching and all that sort of thing, usually quietly from the, hiding out. But when I take a live class, it's fun to get to interact a little bit.
Hello, Wanda. Hola, buenos dias, Karen.
All right, I am trying to get this to tear, and you have to just kind of be careful.
says that she loves that red.
Isn't it good? Yeah, this is awesome. All right, kind of keep on going. Keep on keeping on. Sometimes things go a little quicker than others. All right, so, okay, I pretty much got my piece out of there, right? And I'm going to save that because her hands are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
You could put this onto something else. Like until I'm done with a project and like I could put this maybe into a journal piece,
Mm-hmm.
or else I could do something else. But I don't throw any of the scraps out until the bitter end, right? Okay. So I'm going to find her here and I'm going to see.
Gosh, that is so cool.
I need to spritz her just a minute. So I'm going to spritz her from afar. Using just a spritzer, just so that she's more pliable. See, it makes her pliable. Just a little tiny damp, right? Then I'm going to come back in with your decoupage varnish and glue. And I'm going to put a little bit more now back in, right? On top of my pixie dough or whatever kind of air dry fluffy clay we have. And then I'm going to find her face. I want to find her nose because I made a nose. And then I'm going to put it in there and I'm going to put it on. And I'm going to gently, I'm going to wet my brush just a tiny bit, tap it off. Wait, let me get all this stuff from under here. Okay, those are my contraband copies.
You're
That's
hilarious.
which I am going to dump. Okay, but we're going to put this and see what we're doing. We're tapping it like I want to put a little bit more glue, the decoupage varnish under, just to make enough. And then I'm going to just gently tap it with my brush because I kind of went.
She's going to be 3D in the frame. Oh,
yeah.
I'm in love.
And so it kind of goes around her cloak and it goes around her face. And then after I get it where I want it right there, I'm going to just tuck it around. See, you use the brush to guide you. And you just tuck it gently. And you work slow and you don't worry if it's not 100% perfect because this is a gothic kind of a thing. It's going to be aged and awesome when you're done, right? And so like you can just kind of use your fingers and feel. And I think
so everybody is freaking out right now. Lynn says, "Oh, how cool!" Kimberlyn says, or Kimberlyn, sorry.
Yeah.
I love your 3D technique. Sandy Kling says, "Looks amazing." Mary Casey says, "Mind blown."
Yeah, I do this often on my page, but like, you know, you get new people that get to see you show off a little bit some of your little inventions. I kind of invented this.
Yes.
I've never seen it before. All right, so then this, I'm going to dry it just for a second. Now, I would come in. This is going to take away any of that pen too that might be around the edge because I really don't.
I used a friction pin yesterday when I was creating, and Mary Casey says, "What's a friction pin?" Now, Matt, you get to see it twice in a row.
Yeah, it's a wonderful invention. It's disappearing ink. It disappears with heat. And I do stitching. I'm in a group and we make a block for each other once a month. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, like, I make my own designs. I design the fabric and everything, and I print it myself. And then sometimes you can't see where you need to stitch. But you can use that friction pen on your fabric, and it could work if you're doing journaling. It could work with anything that you need a guide, that you want a temporary guide. It could even be used. I'm going to use your glue right here, this Express Pen Art glue to put my frame down. But you can use that even to draw in if you're doing paint and sips or whatever like that. And once you put that heat on there, it's gone.
It's gone, yep.
And it's lovely. Like, it helps me with my stitching where I want to, I have a hard time sometimes when I want to stitch people's hair. You know?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
And so, like, if I draw the hair with my pen, I can see how I want the stitches to flow. And then once I've done it, I use a machine mostly. Once I've done it with my machine, then I can hit it with the heat, and it's like I never cheated, you know? But I did. I had to draw it in, you know?
So right. Liz Moda says, "Hi, ladies. First time seeing Lisa. Hi, Liz." Well, and then Ruth says, that would be cool to put her hands over the bottom of the picture frame.
Wouldn't it? And then like to put the stuff under it to make the apple.
Make the apple 3D. Oh,
it would. I don't have enough time to be like completely doing all the fun ideas that run through your head. Mm-hmm. But like, if you get yourself a couple sheets, I would get duplicates. Like, I like duplicates. I would get 2 of whatever I'm working on. And then you can really have that opportunity to play. Like, seriously, you can cut this up because there's like 4 pieces on it. Uh, and I've done lots of things with these kind of things. I don't want to give away all my tricks and stuff. I want them to come to my page. But there's lots of fun stuff, and I will be using the other stuff that you so kindly gave me, and I'll use them on my page. And hopefully they'll see some ideas that they might like.
So Catherine Kelly says, this technique Lisa is doing is one of the first craft tricks Lisa taught me.
Aw.
And I've used it often. Thanks, Lisa.
Oh gosh, that makes my heart so happy. It really honestly does. If I can inspire anyone to try something different and then feel good about what they did, I think that like I can call that a day, you know?
Lindy Tate says, you are incredibly creative and your art is unique and beautiful.
She has to say that. She's my partner. I always tease her about that stuff. Lindy and I are 2 peas in a pod when it comes to crafting. We're fun. Like we like so much of the same things, but then we have our own little technique that pulls it different a little bit. And it just I don't know, it's a good combination. Plus we get wacky. I'm trying to hold myself a bit together so that maybe you'll ask me back. I'm not going to
I will definitely
let totally loose on all the crazy. All right. So I think that is pretty much done. Now I will come around and I will hit it with some gold here in a minute, but we need to look inside. I'm thinking, boy, this wood, it smells so good and woody, doesn't it? I love that when you open it up.
The smell.
It smells so good. Okay. So anyway, on the inside, I could put one of my little guys in here, right? One of these in there. Or I could put one of these, just tuck that down gently inside. And I think that's where I'm going to go with this because I want my little guys for something else. I do. I love them. I honestly love them. Like I saw the one that you had on your page where they did it on the funky little wood plaque kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, oh yeah, I need to do that because my son and his girlfriend Janice, we're all Halloween people. And so I always try to have something. They come no matter what. My son takes a day off of work on Halloween to be with us. And so anyway, I always try to make a nice meal. And then we do the trick or treating here because we get like, oh my gosh, 250 people. I don't know.
Are you kidding me?
It's awesome sauce. I love the little kids in their costumes.
Oh my gosh, I never, and I talk about it all the time, how we are lucky if we even go through one bag of candy. And it's been like that for years around here.
No, we go through so many. And like, some people have opinions on who should trick or treat and who shouldn't.
Oh, I know.
am open to everybody. You're all welcome here.
Yeah, the teenagers will come with their like food for less bags and they don't have a doggone thing on. It's like,
yep, I give it. I even get dog biscuits because they bring their dogs.
Oh,
yeah, I love it. We make a big night of it, but we have our meal probably. They come maybe an hour or so before trick-or-treat time kicks off. Mm-hmm. And so I like to have something fun at each place setting for them to have because they like to decorate for Halloween too. So it's like they're still young and collecting and all that. So I always make them something. So this year they are getting something with these Scullies on them because
how cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what I can do with them. I love to make them a box because who wouldn't need a cool box to put stuff in? Yes. My son still collects little bitty things. So, those little weird aliens that you get in gum machines? He has collected those since he was a little boy. And he has the big totes that are like, I don't know how many gallon those big totes are. He has one of those like half full.
Holy guacamole.
And he loves those. Like anywhere we go and we see those, we get them and we're not able to open them out of the little ball. We have to leave it intact for him to open. But he's like 30 and he still gets such a kick out of that, So,
Love
you
that.
know, this could
Ruth
be the
says
treasure.
this could be a great journal keeper. And
That's what I was. I
Becky
have.
Pills says, I will be at your door trick or treating, Lisa, and
Oh my
bring
God.
Elvira.
Yes, please. Yes, please. I love that. Yep, I would love that. I was just thinking that this, I have Lindy's book, what do you call it? Her wooden book things.
Oh, okay.
And I bet you, I'm going to test it. Like I was making a seashell one here, but I bet you that you could put that journal in there. Oh, holy smoke.
Perfect.
Oh my God. And then you could put these on that. Oh my God. Going down the rabbit hole, Teri. Come with me.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Come
See,
with me.
you were like, oh, I'll just take. You're like you. I felt like you were pulling a Lindy on me in a minute. You picked the smallest box. I'm like, I am not sending her this itty bitty box. I'm sending her the bigger size. Didn't you notice it was? I was like, what is she? She's pulling a Lindy on me. I tell Lindy to pick something, and she'll pick, like
the small things.
tiniest thing, the smallest thing, and I'm like, oh, Lindy.
I
Her
know.
and Dina do it to me all the time. And then
I was so nervous. Like we're not used to getting things like, and so like everything that somebody gives us, we like kind of have to make it precious for a while. And when you're going live with it, you can't make it precious. I can only make it precious for 2 days.
It was so funny. And then you sent me this tiniest box, and I went, what the heck is she gonna do? No, I'm giving her the bigger one.
Yay. I'm so glad you did.
Lindy says Teri is the best, and then she says Teri does yell at me. I did. No, that I admit I did yell at you.
I've gotten a little nutty with you too, Lindy. So but I think that we know that she's a safe person to get a little hyper with.
She knows, like I would never.
She would forgive us and love us anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she knows dealing with me. It's a crapshoot, All right. So I'm going to put this up in here just to have something up here. Now, I was thinking that I would put something with her in it, but I don't know that I want to overdo that same thing over and over. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I'm thinking I have to keep thinking is what I think I have to keep thinking. But I still got my beautiful ribbon, and I've got a little bit of other stuff here that we can see. I just need to lay this girl on here.
Oh no, paper. Lindy, she was telling me that. Lindy said I tried to teach Lisa hidden paper clips.
Oh my God.
Lost a limb.
I lost my mind. She only lost a limb. I tell you,
Lindy.
Oh, I told you. I that was the most frustrating thing I've ever done, ever. I was kind of hungry at the time too, so that wasn't good because I can get hangry. But yeah, it was craziness. I think I spooked her. She's like, I don't know.
Oh my
goodness. I know. Thank God she has a good sense of humor, right? She can put up with some of that. All right. So I've got this little guy up here, and I do like that. I was thinking I was going to put something on the sides, but I'm wondering how I could make it look like book pages, but I have to think on that. I have to think on that because I like it.
Like we always say, like whenever we're live, y'all, we can only do so much, right? But when we get off of an event, you start tinkering and playing. Things always change when you're done with them, when the hour's done.
For sure. And I know I'm looking now because I just touched my time thing and my clock, and it shows that I only have my time thing. Isn't it weird? I can't think right sometimes whenever I'm live. Okay. So I want to use my beautiful, gorgeous, fabulous ribbons. Look at these. Okay, so I don't know what these colors are. I'm sure that you can tell.
So that one is the Christmas red, which I had a heck of a time trying to figure out if to send you that one or not.
Oh,
that one's the Christmas red.
I love it.
And the other one I think is just ivory.
It's awesome. And so I pulled from my stash a couple little tiny things. Where did I lay it? Oh, it's right here. I pulled a key because I thought, okay, maybe I'll put a key somewhere, but I don't know for sure. But I was thinking maybe I could put that key inside of there with one of the ribbons. But I want to definitely put a ribbon on this up here. So I'm
So
wondering how I'm
Lindy
gonna
says
do
that ribbon is gorgeous. So we have two types of old-fashioned ribbon. We have the one that she's holding, which is the chiffon, and then we actually have just like the loose ribbon, which was that Christmas red. So yeah, we have two types. I don't think people realize that we have the old-fashioned ribbon, but yeah,
It's quite lovely.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this is just dreamy right here, you know?
Yes.
I don't know if I can tear it. My hands are really bad, but there you go. I like to tear them if I can. So got that. And I am going to, I've got it kind of wrapped around my hand. And what I'm trying to see is if I can make, I might need it to be a bit bigger maybe. I don't know. Let's play. I need it to go around a couple times like that. And like, goodness, that. I'm not a bow maker, Terry.
Oh,
As you
yeah.
can tell. As you
No.
can, surprise.
I'm not a no. I
So
can
I'm
tie
gonna
a
take-
shoe, but
Yeah.
you know how some of these folks can like whip out all these fluffy, gorgeous.
Yeah, that's not me.
That's no. Mm-mm. I mean, I got little machines that are little, boards that
I have that.
that will pretend I can do that, but yeah, no. Mm-mm.
So I'm making like a bow bump, which is just a knot.
Mm-hmm.
I make a knot. Then I'm going to come in. I'm going to pinch this. I'm going to take this away so I don't do something dumb. Put that there. Yeah. And then I'm going to put this on here. Okay. So I'm going to get a little bit. I'm going to use hot glue just because I have it and it's fast.
Oh,
But
and I've seen you use that hot glue, that pin. I love that one.
my friend gifted me that. It's
a
blessing.
Surebonder, right?
And it's so much easier to squeeze. I was struggling so hard with just squeezing the glue bottle. And these scissors that spring open, these are all things that will help anybody that has arthritis. I know I can't be the only one. This comes in different sizes. It's lovely, lovely. Okay, so then I'm going to come and I got that there. I like how that is. I'm going to come and I'm going to flip it on its belly. And I'm going to tie a little tie here just because it's going to be glued down anyway. But I'm going to do that. And then it's going to add to the ribbons that hang, So see, there's my bow. It's not some kind of like over the top fancy, beautiful bow, but it's wispy and pretty and I like it.
Yes.
And that's all that matters, right? Now you could age this if you wanted with a little bit of sepia ink or something like that. But for now, I think I'm just going to let it, there's a piece of dough on here. Okay. I'm just going to let it live right here. And it's kind of going, I can't cover this thing because that's my little latchy part, right? It does come with, this does come with closures. And I have them right here.
I'm laughing, y'all, because she sent me a picture of all of these things on top of the book, and she was like, what on earth?
I thought maybe this pokes down in the holes like this, maybe. I had figured this like this would go in here.
They're decorative pieces that'll just go like clamp on the top. But then I told her, I said, you know what? It's actually probably a good thing that you didn't put them on, because if you're going to decoupage on there, they're going to get in your way.
Right.
And but yeah, but it was so funny because she just sent me a picture of all these little pieces and she was like, do I need to put these on? And I was like, no.
I think that they just kind of snap in.
Mm-hmm.
And then this thing is your lock.
Yes. So it goes on there you go. And then the other two will go like
this has to go in, but I think I have to open it maybe so that it's flexible so it can go back and forth. So it's going to come down and lock into place is what I'm thinking. Is that true?
And then you still have the other two little
to put over top it to camouflage that.
Yes.
Okay, so this I just have to.
Renee says, LOL, that sounds like Lisa.
Yeah, it's me. All right. I can't put things together. I tried to put together, I think it was a birdhouse. Forget it. Lindy had hers and was sitting there and like, oh, I got mine done. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I saw that, Lindy. But I couldn't get mine. But anyway, let's just say that that works. And we'll just put this. My hands are very weak. And then you put this little thing on top. But it has a nice little locking mechanism right there. But do you need it? Probably not. You don't have to, right? It's going to
pretty
work
snug
anyway.
on there without you
It's
even
very
doing it.
snug
Yeah.
on there.
Mhm.
But I was going to put this guy like right in here. I might not attach it right yet just to make sure. But this will live right here. But I
I love
am
it.
going to put a little bit because I don't want to be one of those people that lingers. And I'm going to get my gold and I'm going to come around and I'm going to goldify my edges a bit. I touched red. How did I do that? I don't know. Okay. I talk to myself when I get nervous.
I hold conversations with myself all the time.
Me too. My husband's like, who are you talking to? And I'm like, myself.
I
He's
do
like,
it all the
okay.
time.
I said, well, you know, when you're the most interesting person in the house, you have to have conversations like that. He's like, okay. All right, so we got this going all the way around. It probably would be easier if I lifted the lid and did it, because then I wouldn't have to fuss, right? And then if it goes around on the inside, then that's lovely too. So it just kind of do like that. See how it's making that?
Love that.
And then if you wanted to, you could, where's the little doodle? There it is. You could come and you can just bring it onto the front a bit. I use my fingers a lot. I like to get messy when I'm creating, and I like to put my fingers in the stuff and do all the things, right? And you can come and you can put a little bit on your frame up here if you choose to. You can definitely go down the back of this spine because that would be really cool looking. And like, I don't try to make it any certain way. It just is what it is when I'm doing it because it's more free flowing, I think. And I don't know. I like to play. It's like finger painting, right?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'm gonna put just a
Betty
little bit.
says fingers are the best tools.
Aren't they? They are. I use mine all the time when I'm playing. And then you can come through and you can give your side hinges or your little back, this little cute backbone thing. I love how this just was all flat. I like stuff that doesn't take up a whole lot of packaging and you have to have 500 million peanuts and all that kind of stuff. This was awesome how it was just kind of flat in there and became something. It was fun just putting it together.
Hi, Robin. You're never late. We always appreciate any time you can give us. We have I'm gonna kind of paraphrase because this is a long comment. Ruth Nobles is saying that if you have a little bit of a gray or black with a fan brush, you can make some really cool looking pages.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I like that.
she's asking if you have a fan brush to make pages.
I do. I have all those Paint Pixie brushes. So I got all kinds of brushes and I got brushes from way back when. I've got like quite a little collection of that. So I can definitely play and do that and see. It's just going to be whatever it's going to be. I like just seeing what happens when you touch it. And the other thing is you can always, if you put too much gold on, guess what? You can always bring back that red velvet cake and put that red back in there. All right, so there's that. And then I was thinking that I could get some of this and just put it through this thing right here, if my hands will allow, because they have been working hard. And then just tie this. I don't know that I'm going to cut it. I'll just cut it like that. And then this key could be inside of here.
Ooh.
Right? And that could lead to a mystery, right? As to where this key belongs. So you could put that inside your box. You could even glue that down in there so that it's laying like that. That would be pretty.
Be so cool. Yep.
And then just have your beautiful box with your beautiful girl if you chose to, because you gave me, you're very generous. You gave me where is it? You gave me some square. You gave me these.
Yes,
These
I
are
didn't know what
awesome.
kind of frames you would like, so I gave, because again, you like
I
she,
know.
she did it. I had to give her things, so I wanted to give her options,
It's
so I didn't know if you
awesome.
wanted the oval or the square, so I tried to give you a little
They're
bit of
both,
both.
it's hard to pick. Like but it'll all be used and loved. That's for sure. But look, like you don't have to work hard to do this. This is neat. This is like,
Yeah, and you can layer them or not layer them. I mean,
yeah, you could get way more. Gosh,
Mm-hmm.
had I not layered that, man.
And knowing you, I mean, you could even take the scrap of those frames, because I have used the scraps
Oh
before.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
You could cut it down
Yep.
and make another one.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
that would be cool. Like, and on the inside here, I could put this, and I could even just put this right here, just her hands on this book. And
Oh,
then I could
yes.
recreate that journal and put it in here,
That would be so
you
cool.
know? I mean, because I think that is cool, just like that.
Where you're a little high, we can't see you
Oh,
up there.
sorry.
That's okay.
Let me see if I can do this. Like, I would put just her hands. I don't want to cut it quite yet. I want to make sure, but like I could put her hands just up in here holding this
See, it's
journal.
like a whole little story. She's
It
got the
is.
hands, the key. I love it.
And then I could use that little journal cover that I have and make a little journal that will tuck inside that will resemble the journal in the picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, there's so many amazing ways to play with this. And I think that this would be a great gift for like a granddaughter or grandson or whatever, that they could create their own box. And my son, when he was young, he used to come up with all these amazing stories. And so
Yes.
he could, you have those little journal books. I don't know, would they fit in this? I don't know.
Yeah, they would.
So then you could put one of those journals in and it could become their journal, that they could write up any kind of stories that they want to
Mm-hmm.
go along with this or whatever papers that they chose.
Mm-hmm. And we actually have one. I think Lindy has done it. I can't remember, but there's another book box type and it has a slide out drawer.
I saw that.
Yeah, and I know that, well, because my son Troy loves phones, I know that it will fit like a bigger phone in that drawer.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
if you made like, just one of the like little pocket journals, it would fit perfectly in there as well. So,
And it's
yeah.
kind of like hidden. You could hide it. You could do whatever. I really
Mm-hmm.
love this. And so that's my take on your beautiful box and your awesome papers. And
Amazingly great job, Lisa, as always. I will tell you, everybody, I knew you guys would all be welcoming and love Lisa. And she did the thing. She did a beautiful job. I love
thank
it,
you.
Lisa. And
It was great
so
fun.
many ideas. And for those of you who weren't following Lisa before, now you have someone else to watch and get more ideas from. And that's why we love Creative Hour so much. I think it's amazing. But before you guys go anywhere,
we have a
the
prize
wheel.
to. Oh, yay.
So let's do a little shuffling here.
Oh, I have to be like Vanna.
And good luck, everyone.
It's very generous of you to do that.
Sandy Youngkin.
All right.
Sandy Youngkin. Congratulations, Sandy. So if you take a look at the screen, my email, TERI, please make sure you're spelling my name correctly, TE1RI @decoupagequeen.com, and send me your address, and then I will send you out a goodie bag. Congratulations.
She can get creative and make something beautiful.
Absolutely. What? Wrong button. Sorry, Lisa.
Well, thank you again for having me. It's been quite a treat.
So very much for being on here with us. Lisa was, I tell you, y'all, she was super nervous. And she kept messaging me about, you know, just questions. And she was like, I'm really sorry I'm bugging you. If I'm bugging you, and I said, Lisa, it wouldn't worry me if you weren't messaging me and you didn't care. But the fact that you're messaging me, I like was getting excited, y'all. I was like, she's going to do it. And of course, we've never seen what she's done on Creative Hour, the whole
that's awesome.
3D.
That
I
makes me
think
happy.
that's amazing. So we will definitely have Lisa back. Don't forget, y'all, we are here every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next weekend, you guys are going to have to put up with me doing the creating for the first time in 3.5 years. I've never been the creator. So I posted it since the beginning, but I've never been the creative.
It's going to be fun, though. You're going to have good company with you.
And then Megan will be here. So everybody, you know, you guys be nice to me. Be nice to me.
They will.
But we hope you all have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Thank you so very much, Lisa, for sharing your talents with us.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.